Hey, what's going on, y'all? So Tammy Talks here. Super excited. So I finally binge watched Love and Marriage Huntsville up until like tonight's episode over like the past couple of weeks. Finally got caught up earlier this week. So I was able to watch the show live tonight. So what that means is I'm able to review it and recap it. I was so into this show that I would be watching the episodes and then like stop and quickly go like look up one of like it's Rock's reviews or Ashley Miller's reviews, Bondi's, like because I'm like, am I crazy? Or are they thinking the same thing? Which I think is like the greatest part of like this YouTube thing that we have going. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, if you are brand new here from just checking out recaps of the show or being, sent here from a suggested video, anything of that sort, please hit the subscribe button. I am this close to getting 1,000 subscribers, and that is my goal. It was my goal by the end of October. I don't think that's going to happen, but it can if y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So, now that we got through all that jazz, let's go ahead and let's get right into the recap, y'all. So, this is Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 3, Episode 15, Wrecking Ball Wanda. All right? So the episode starts off with Kimmy and Maurice, and they are out looking at this plot of land, which, I mean, hell, Kimmy thought that it is a piece of land that they are going to use to build their dream home on. As we know, they have the whole Scott Manor thing where everybody, all the Scotts, are supposed to be moving on in this piece of land together. Kimmy's not going, so she thought that the land they were looking at is where they're going to build their house at. So she's like, yeah, we can do the driveway this way, and then, get to the hill. And Maurice is like, well, this is your next project, because, you've been doing your real estate thing. So in Maurice's mind, he's picked a builder, he's picked the architect, he's picked all this stuff out, and then he just wants Kimmy to do it. And she was like, so are we not building this land here for us? And he was like, well, no. So Kimmy is like, so I don't need to be here. So it's just another example of Maurice, like, in my opinion, forcing Kimmy into real estate. We know that Kimmy does real estate, I believe, like part-time, and she's a nurse full-time. Maurice wants her to quit nursing, become an entrepreneur like him. She doesn't want to do it. So I feel like this is his way of like forcing her into the entrepreneurial real estate realm of things. And I like that she calls him out and was like, where was I involved in this planning? To her, this is another example of him doing all of this stuff, picking everything out, and then just kind of telling her to go ahead and do it. Meanwhile, he's going to get super busy in all these other projects that he's involved in and not have time for it. They also discuss Monster, which I still have an issue with him being a black teenager in the South and y'all calling this boy Monster. It was probably cute when he was little, but I feel like now that's really not the move. Let's call him an MJ, a junior, anything but Monster. It was probably just not the best. And Maurice kind of asking if she's going to help with drop offs and pickups and stuff like that. And Kimmy is just like, this is what I'm talking about. You need to be more hands on with with Monster, more hands on with doing all this other type of stuff. But he puts the family on the back burner because he's more concerned about work and making money. So then we see Martell and his mother. His mother is kind of showing him how to do the baby's hair, and he makes a statement that he has never wanted to know how to do a woman's hair. He does not feel like he should have to do it because that's what women are for. You're single. You're a single dad right now. No, you need to be able to do them girls' heads when they're not with their mama. It's just such an ignorant thing to say. It's just such an ignorant thing to say. But we see in this scene that Martell's mother has really perpetuated his just ignorant ass attitude about things. He tells her that he's been talking to Maurice and Marceau about like therapy and trying to work things out. And his mom was like, be your own therapist. This is what's wrong with the black community now. You know what I mean? We don't take therapy seriously. We feel that, Jesus is all we need, when sometimes it's okay. It is okay to seek out help from a licensed therapist. And I think every single person on the show needs to be sitting down with a licensed therapist. We also see that his mother tells he's talking to his mom, and he tells her that they got into an argument in Vegas about the song. And his mother was like, yeah, Tank, who was Martell Jr., Tank was walking around singing the song, and I told him that's just your mama singing about your daddy. So we get to the nitty here, and we find out that it's not that Melody has told the kids the song is about their dad. Your mother has told them kids that. And instead of Martell kind of checking his mom about it and calling her and putting her feet to the fan, he doesn't. He instead tells her, no, don't do that. No, no. And it's like you can see where Martell gets these moments in his head where he's clicking, where he knows he's wrong about something that he's blamed on Melody, but he still rides with it and is determined to go down to the depth with it. I guarantee in another couple episodes, we are going to see them arguing about the songs again. And even though Martell knows damn well that his mom is who told them kids that the song was about them, he's going to blame it on Melody. And his mom told him, basically, if you don't like that I told them that, take it up with your ex-wife. And that makes absolutely no sense. The real problem is that Martell's mother, Miss Marlene, has made Martell feel like he hasn't done anything wrong. I mean, even in this conversation, she's made the statement that, yeah, I'm not happy that you did this, but I'm not going to lose any sleep about it. Happy that you cheated and got another woman pregnant. Just kind of move on. Because we have seen his mom say numerous times, over and over again, that, yeah, my son is a good man. He's a good man. He's a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He just, has a baby on the way, but he's a good guy. And I feel like her always doing that instead of telling him, you fucked up. Instead of her doing that, she allows Martell to make all these excuses. She babies Martell. She, I don't want to say covers for him, but she kind of sweeps his indiscretions under a rug because she wants to believe in her mind that he's just perfect man and that everybody else in the world is just against him for no reason. So he invites her to go to the Destiny Walk, the Destiny Run that Marcel and Tisha throw, and she said that it seems like a really good event, nice positive event, and she's going to go. So we see Martell and Maurice are meeting at Maurice's I always call it Scott Imperium, his little business office, because they're going to meet with Dr. Francis so they can have therapy, a group therapy session, and they wanted to feel more so like just a group of guys sitting around talking like it's guy talk, as opposed to it being like a therapy session. They noticed Marceau was not there, so they FaceTime him. Marceau was like, yeah, I'm not going. I'm not interested. Marceau is not interested in therapy because Marceau does not want to be told about himself, right? So we even see in his confessional that he said that therapist is, or he could be talking about Dr. Francis or therapy in general, but he said that therapists are only good for females and men that think like females. And I said, wow. Wow. Okay. Marceau is afraid that he's going to have to look within himself and see how much of a fucked up individual he truly is on the inside. Yeah, you make good money and you take care of your wife financially, but you seem to be an awful person. You're an awful person. So Dr. Francis is meeting with them, and I just kind of feel like the fact that he meets with Martell individually, then he meets with Melody and Martell, then he meets with Melody, then he meets with Tisha and Marceau, then he meets with Tisha. It just really seems like conflict of interest. Because he knows that all these people are, to me, it seems like conflict of interest, and he cannot be the only therapist that is in Huntsville. He cannot be. So Maurice is talking about how he is a person that is an entrepreneur and all he knows is work. He's been working since he was 18, always working for himself. He believes that the level of stress that he feels is natural. That's what happens when you're an overachiever. That's what happens when you're a high achieving person. You just naturally feel this level of stress. He then turns in and says that Kimmy is causing competition between her and his work. And Dr. Francis got in that ass and was like, no, 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 nah, bro, we gonna nip this in the bud. Like, how dare you accuse your wife of doing that? You have two wives, one being Kimmy, the other being your job, and this sense of like satisfaction. I don't even know what to call it, but this like whatever is in him that causes him to never be satisfied and never feel truly fulfilled or accomplished to the point where he has to keep going and keep going and keep going and try to achieve things. So he tells him like, don't put that on her. And what I've noticed a lot on this show, all of these men, Maurice, Martel, Marceau, Cedric, LeBeric, everybody but Lewis, is that these men, whenever their wife, their significant other, is not doing exactly what they want them to do, then they like to blame all the problems that come from that on the woman. You know what I mean? Like Maurice really sat in there and tried to blame everything on Kimmy and say that Kimmy is causing these issues. Kimmy is causing the this competition. Like she's just kind of pulling it out of her ass at this point. And I like that Dr. Francis not only called him out on it, but that Maurice was receptive to it. Like he took it in stride and was just kind of like, okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Now, will he actually work on it? Who knows? So, in this moment, Martell takes this opportunity to say in his confessional, yeah, just like Melody, she works and she works and she works, and she puts, she put the kids second too. And it's like Martell has this obsessive personality that wants him to always be right. You know what I mean? So, like, Martell was cheating. Martell knew that he was cheating, obviously. Martell knew that he was in the wrong. So, in his eyes, the best way to account and atone himself for that is to make it seem like this is all Melody's fault. Melody, you weren't doing this, so this is your fault. This is why I cheated. You weren't never doing this, so this is why I cheated. So, like, now the fact that they are separated, divorced, completely separate now, and Melody is still doing her thing and going about her life, and she is seemingly happy. Martell can't stand it. So every chance that he gets, he has to try to call her out. He has to try to tear her down. And while he thinks that he's like making her look worse to their friends and, to the public, it's really just showing how unhappy you are. It reflects more on you. And it's crazy that he can't see that, but that's such the life as a narcissist. You know what I mean? That's how narcissists behave. The world revolves around me, and I'm not happy, so damn it, I don't want her to be happy either. It's crazy. So then we see they get to the Destiny race, and everyone is showing up. It looked very family reunion-ish, because it wasn't like a lot of people there. Like, they didn't even have to blur nobody's face out. That's how you know it wasn't a lot of people there. So Martell comes later because he said he was waiting on his mom, who didn't want to run and was kind of like not really in the mood to come, but he really wanted her to come and support. So why were they running in purses? We see Melody and Tiffany, who like took a shortcut and like cut through an area or something, so they didn't have to run the entire I think they had a 5K, right, which is 3.5 miles. So they didn't have to do the entire whatever. But she was running with her purse. Girl, put that MCM or that Louis back down. Ain't nobody there gonna steal it. Production is right there. Y'all can put them purses down. So they're sitting around, And, at the end, everybody goes up, gets up their affirmations and, what they want to achieve their goals and stuff. And Tiffany, who is such a shit stir. Tiffany is such a shit stir, whether she means to or not, but she knows what she is doing. She mentions that, thank you to everybody for coming to our anniversary. But why is it whenever we get together, there's an argument? Girl, you know why it's an argument. Because there are two divorced people that have not moved on from the pain. One of them, Melody, has not moved on from the pain that her ex-husband has caused her. The betrayal, the pain, the embarrassment, the hurt, whatever you want to call it. Then we have Martell, who is mad that she didn't stick with him and, stay married and just kind of push through with it. So that's like, it's stupid. You know what that is. So that ultimately leads to Martell saying some stupid shit. Melody finally, for once, like, did not have a reply back. And Martell, what did Martell say? He said something like, oh, well, because Melody, and Destiny gets on him right away and was like, you were so passive aggressive. So Destiny is kind of telling him, you don't always have to say something. Sometimes just let it go. And Martell is getting mad. I'm a man. She don't have to say nothing either. And it's like, he's a person that always has to get the last word because it thinks to him, it means that he won the argument. To Martell, him getting the last word is him being a man and putting his foot down. So he's in his confessionals and he's, kind of saying how she needs to learn how to talk to me as a man. Again, Martell is getting a lot of this macho bravado shit because of how he sees that Marceau runs his house with Tisha. You know what I mean? He says a lot of this ignorant stuff because of how how Marceau was running his house with Tisha, and he wishes that he could have been able to run his house like that. So because he was not able to get away with that type of, that type of toxic masculinity, language and talk, he likes to do it now and try to get away with it. Clear out the blue. His mama comes over and tells Destiny, you don't talk to him like that. You let Melody talk to him like that because that's not your husband. And it's like, I'm so sick of reality show mamas being so absolutely messy for no reason. These are grown people in their mid to late 30s, early 40s. They don't need your help. So his mom is saying that everybody always gangs up on Martell, and Martell runs away laughing like a little kid. That he runs away laughing, and it gave me the vibe of like a teacher like getting in little Martell's ass when he's, I don't know, 10 years old, and the mama coming in and defending her son. Like, that's the vibe that it gave me. And so Destiny was kind of telling his mom, like, you know me, I know you, I've known him for a very long time. I'm having a conversation with him. I'm calling him out about the stuff that he's doing, whatever. So then Miss Marlene goes and gets in Melody's face and was like, handle this yourself. Handle this yourself. And Melody is just looking at her like, what is going on? What is going on? So then his mother goes over and speaks to Melody's mother, Vanessa, and they talk about how they used to always get together and do stuff with the grandkids and how that should not change. Right? So they're kind of like low-key getting ready to make like a little plan, like, girl, I'll call you. Because it's good, have some type of normalcy for the kids, right? So all of a sudden, Miss Wanda comes, y'all. I don't think Miss Wanda is entertaining. I don't think Miss Wanda is funny to say in any sense of the word. There's nothing attractive or entertaining or helpful about your mother behaving the way that she does. Nothing. So Martell's mother comes over. Wanda comes over and tells them, I've been talking to y'all kids about how they need to get back together. And Vanessa and Miss Marlene were both like, nope, this ain't got nothing to do with us. Martell's mother said, I mind my business, and that's what I'm going to keep on doing. And she leaves. So then Vanessa and Wanda start having this conversation. Side note, Martell's mother said she don't do mess, but she was just being messy. But all right, ma'am. So they start to have this conversation, which turns into Miss Vanessa being mad that Miss Wanda was saying that the Holt children, the Holt girls, are going to be jealous of Tisha's daughters because their hair is longer and cut their hair. And it turns into this situation where Miss Wanda is telling Vanessa that... it's turned to a situation where Miss Vanessa is telling Wanda that no one's going to take advice from you because you're funny acting. You're in their face, you're telling them to stay together, but on social media, you're doing and saying other things. So she said, don't you have a husband and a boyfriend? Miss Wanda is like, I know what I got, but you're messing with a married man too. So Miss Vanessa gets offended and it's like, no, I'm not. So then it turns into Miss Vanessa calling her ghetto. Tisha's mama saying, I'm not ghetto. And I'm like, girl, you can't say ghetto? So she's saying how she's not ghetto because ghetto would be her getting ready to fight. So Melody comes over and it's like, what is going on? What is the problem? Tisha comes over and Melody is trying to diffuse the situation, and it's just kind of telling both of them, like, y'all need to stop this. This is not what we're here for. Everybody, let's just relax. Tisha comes over and it's like, well, both of y'all are... At first, Tisha tried to just get on Melody's mother. But then she quickly, after Melody was like, yeah, but Miss Wanda, Tisha kind of... It probably clicked. Light bulb that, yeah, my mom has caused another situation at another event. So... she's telling her mom and she's telling Miss Vanessa, both of you are wrong. Everybody is wrong in this situation. Melody agrees. Everybody needs to just bring it down, y'all. And then Miss Vanessa was like, you know what? I agree. I agree with you. And then Miss Wanda says something else. And everybody is like, see, this is what we're talking about. And Melody was like, this is what we're talking about. Stuff gets settled. And then you always go that step further that causes a ruckus. And Miss Wanda is like, yeah, but this is what I do. And everybody's like, it is what it is. So Tisha pulls her mother to the side and it's like, I don't need you fighting my battles. And her mother is like, yeah, but I'm ready to lay hands on her and I'm going to lay hands on Kimmy and Melody's a snake. And it's like, Tisha, your mom is doing everything she can for camera time. She doesn't mean any of that. She doesn't truly care that much. She's doing whatever she can for camera time. Because did y'all have these issues? Could you not be able to bring your mom to events prior to this show? Right? So Tisha then comes to the realization that maybe I can't bring my mom to certain events anymore. And it's like, girl, we've been saying that. Your husband's been saying that. Your friends have been saying that. Your mama exaggerates. She lies. And she causes a ruckus because she wants what? Camera time. But I am Tammy. Thanks for rocking with me. If you have not already, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Thumbs up the video. Leave some comments down below. Let's get into it, y'all. Catch y'all next time.